Hello everybody and welcome to the Witcher Enhanced Edition. In this we're going to go over a few mods and a little bit of advice on how to mod your Witcher game. Now, let me start out by saying I'm no professional at modding. I have modded a few games before. I'm not going to be the person that can give you help if you've done something wrong with your game. So whilst if you post a question down below about how to mod your game, I may have some knowledge. If I don't know, I'm just probably not going to answer. With that being said, though, let's go over the mods that I'm going to be using for my 2020 Witcher Enhanced Edition playthrough. This is going to be mainly aimed at getting through the story, just because really enjoying the Netflix series, and so I just kind of want to get through the full series as a set of games. I've only really played The Witcher 3, and we want to get through them all. So I want to start out with, where is it? I've not got it up. Oh, it's right there. It was the first one. AI upscale textures. So I'm going to start with this one. This is a massive overhaul. I don't think I've seen any other mod as big as this one. You don't want to come to the top here. You want to come all the way down. I think it's second from the bottom. Nope, a little bit more. You'll know because it's like 1.3 gigabytes. It's huge. Here we go. So this is the all-in-one AI textures plus the Witcher overhaul project. So this is essentially a combination of two mods that overhauls a lot of textures. As you can see here, look, 2,400 highest possible textures. So this is the biggest one you're going to want to download. This is going to have the biggest effect on your game and just make everything look really, really nice. Next up, we've got Witcher 3 Sounds. It's just going to improve how everything sounds in the game. It's going to give you some familiar sounds if you played Witcher 3. Next up, some better dice, just because why not? Book of All Knowledge. I've downloaded this one for convenience, so I don't have to go hunting for everything. This will just kind of complete some knowledge base for Geralt. We've got item stacking. It's going to allow us to carry more items. I don't know what this is about. Apparently this is what it looks like when it has rain. So we're going to take away that. Faster movement, just because I want to get through the game a little faster. I've gone for 15% because the movement looked really, really slow and clunky. It still is for NPCs, but it'd just be nice for me. I've chosen the one as well that's faster movement for Geralt specifically. There is a normal one that makes everything move faster, so it's kind of like fast forward in the game. This one just seems a little bit nicer to use, in my opinion. We've got two things to finish on here. So we have the Genie Wish mod. This is for those that want to make the game even easier. I mean, I'm going to be playing the game on easy anyway because I just want to get through the game. So if you want to make it even easier, we have all of this stuff as well, where we can just basically get free potions, weapons, and talent points, which seems mental. The only one I would probably use is Orin's, because I always hate getting money in The Witcher. So maybe you'd use it for that. This is also available to be like a temporary mod. You can add it in if you want to. And then I just wanted to show that you're going to see this whenever you come on to Nexus mod. It's got the most endorsements and it seems to have been the longest running of a lot of the mods. Now, this is like a complete overhaul on its own. I haven't tested it versus kind of how I'm going to be modding it, so you guys will have to make a choice here, because the main difference with this is it kind of installs itself onto the game file, and then when you start trying to mod stuff, that's just not compatible with anything else. So you can either do what I'm going to show you in a second with regards to mod, or you can install this, and it's entirely up to you. Now, the reason I've gone this way around is because, as you'll see with AI Upscaled here, this has been updated in 2019, so this is clearly going to be much more recent, although some of it is literally just upscaled textures, so it's not necessarily going to be overhauling textures or making new ones. So you guys have to decide which one you prefer the sound of. This one seems to have more in it, so it's got like sounds and all sorts of other stuff, but without being able to like play through the entire game twice. That's not really what I want to be doing. I decided I'd go with the more modular version and then install some other bits and bobs as well as we can go through. So obviously this has its own installer. This is pretty easy to kind of manage. You should just come into here, download the installer. You'll have to select your directory and then install it. So that's all I'm going to say about Rise of the White Wolf, even though we're not installing it. At least you guys have got some information. When it comes to these, though, I think I still have one that I need to install out of my list. So I'll show you guys how this works. So I'm going to take some Witcher 3 sounds here. We're going to come into Files. I've not tried doing this with the mod manager download. That's because I don't know if it will say it in this one. So here it shows you that you need to place your files in the override folder. So if you try doing it with the Nexus Mod Manager, I don't think it does that. So just be aware, you want to download most of these manually. Download manually. Slowly, please. Now, I apologize if this is a bit crazy, a little bit hard to follow. I've never really done like a mod video before. I'm only doing this just so that people can see how I've gotten my game, how it's going to be. So if they want to kind of do the same, then they can do. I always like to put my mods, or at least I have been anyway, on the desktop so I can kind of show you guys what we've got. So once that's extracted, you're going to want to come into your file. You want to get to the actual files here like this. And you're literally just going to pull these over into this override folder. So let me just explain what's going on here. So to put mods into The Witcher, you're going to want to find your Witcher directory. So for me, for example, this is in my eDrive Steam Apps Common Witcher Enhanced Edition data. Now, when you get to data, this file doesn't exist. So you're going to need to create yourself a new file. Right click on here like this, press new, create a file, call it override. I always make sure I put a capital in. I don't know how important that is. And then all of the files from your mods go in here. It's actually really kind of cool because you don't seem to get very many conflicts. If something's like replacing a same texture or something like that, you'll get the option to replace it. So install them in the order that you want stuff to replace things, so that you get the better textures last, basically. But nothing really kind of overrode anything for me, so this should be pretty cool. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of files in here which are going to be having an effect on the game. And that is pretty much everything. That's my game modded. It does run. I haven't played for any long amount of time. I played for like half an hour and it's doing fine. So we should be having some fun with that. Hopefully you'll all join me for the series as well, and I'll catch you then.